The city shuts down like a brain hit by a dry electrical shock. The hum of power dies, and silence becomes heavier than concrete. Lights vanish, screens go black, and the air feels thicker, as if breathing now requires permission. For 1 second, everyone assumes it's temporary, a brief glitch, a harmless system hiccup. The next second, fear takes collective control. Sirens rise without coordination, voices collide, shadows swallow familiar corners. The city loses its face and becomes hostile terrain. Chaos doesn't knock, it simply begins. In the first minutes, darkness isn't what kills you. Human behavior does. Predictable, repetitive, factory defect behavior. People run without direction, pushed more by shared panic than real threat. Others freeze, waiting for instructions that will never come. Phones turn into useless talismans with dying batteries. Automatic doors lock shut like clenched teeth. Elevators stop between floors as vertical jokes with bad timing. Electrical dependence sends the bill fast. Civilization shows how thin it really was. The first critical move is called strategic stillness. Stopping is not weakness, it's chemical control. Movement without information is urban roulette. The brain needs seconds to exit animal mode and enter calculation. Shallow breathing breeds stupid decisions. The body wants to run, but running now is obedience to collective error. Whoever moves first wastes vital energy. Survival begins when you slow down while everyone else speeds up. Next comes reading the dead environment. Hearing becomes more valuable than sight. Sound exposes panic, falls, crowds, and blocked paths. Smell detects smoke long before flames appear. Vibrations in the ground reveal mass movement. Crowded stairwells become rivers of human error. Dark corridors amplify bad choices. Every sensory detail turns into strategic data when the lights go out. The science behind it is brutal and simple. In darkness, the brain activates primitive responses. Adrenaline spikes, peripheral vision collapses, thinking becomes binary and poor. Those who don't decelerate become statistics fast, not by bad luck, but by unmanaged biology. Tension rises because thousands choose wrong at the same time. Intersections turn into arenas, stores into conflict magnets, buildings breathe anxiety. In the first minutes of a total blackout, the winner isn't the fastest runner. It's the one who thinks while the world stumbles. The blackout is no longer a surprise. It becomes territory. Danger shifts shape, leaving shock behind and turning into sustained behavior. People realize the power isn't coming back soon, and the social coding begins to crack. Unspoken rules evaporate with the electricity. Silence becomes a threat. Noise becomes an invitation to mistakes. Groups form by instinct, not logic. The city enters primitive mode, and you must decide whether you'll be prey or a patient observer armed with restraint. This phase kills those who confuse urgency with speed. A fatigued brain hunts for shortcuts and easy answers exactly when they're most lethal. Following crowds feels safe, but statistically it's slow suicide. Where many people go, resources vanish, conflict grows, and accidents multiply. Every step must be chosen as if the ground were mined. The mistake now isn't running. It's running together. Urban survival demands controlled isolation, not collective heroism. The dominant method here is invisible movement. Move less, move smarter, move when others stop or argue. Stay on the edges, never in the center of human flow. Walls are allies, intersections are traps. Avoid glass, avoid metal sounds, avoid anything that draws attention for free. A dark city amplifies stimuli and punishes those who become spectacle. The less you exist to others, the more you exist for yourself. Social science is ruthless in these moments. When resources seem scarce, even before they truly are, the human brain activates aggressive competition. Stress hormones reduce empathy and increase impulsivity. Minor friction becomes real violence. A shove turns into a fight. The blackout doesn't create monsters, it removes the brakes. Understanding this keeps you from expecting civility where only raw survival remains. Tension rises because time works against the unprepared. Batteries die, information collapses, rumors replace facts. Every minute without power redraws the city's psychological map. Yesterday's safe place becomes today's conflict zone. A calm street turns into a risk corridor. While many cling to plans that died with the lights, you must adapt in real time. In a blackout, fast adaptation beats any beautiful plan built under electricity. With time, the blackout stops being an event and becomes a condition. The city no longer waits for power to return. It learns to function the wrong way. Danger no longer screams. It accumulates quietly. Temperatures shift, food spoils, water becomes uncertain. Mental fatigue outweighs physical strain. People start making mistakes not from panic, but from exhaustion. This is where survivors permanently separate from delayed victims. The third phase kills those who believe the worst is over. Prolonged darkness distorts time perception and erodes discipline. The body negotiates shortcuts, poorly timed rest, lazy decisions. Sleeping too long, walking too much, trusting too easily become real threats. The mind starts bargaining with risks that were once unacceptable. The blackout wins when danger feels normal. Survival demands functional paranoia, not comfortable denial. The final method is minimal routine control. Eat little, drink with discipline, move at predictable times known only to you. Micro-rituals stabilize the brain. Internal order fights external chaos. Improvised light must be used sparingly. Visibility cuts both ways. Fire warms but exposes. Silence protects but isolates. Every choice must balance comfort and invisibility like personal war engineering. Science closes the trap completely. Sensory deprivation and continuous stress reduce judgment and compound errors. A tired brain seeks immediate comfort and ignores delayed consequences. Those who don't enforce discipline become hostages to their own fatigue. Long-term survival isn't strength. It's biological resource management. Mental energy is as finite as food and water. Waste it now and the bill arrives later. Without warning, the ending isn't heroic. It's quiet. While the darkened city rewrites its rules, you realize you didn't defeat the blackout. You simply didn't lose to it. The real collapse isn't electrical, it's psychological. Those who maintain clarity in the dark carry an invisible advantage. When the lights finally return, if they return, they don't reward the strongest. They reward the lucid. And in the end, the blackout reveals an uncomfortable truth. The most reliable power source was always a mind that never short-circuited.